everyone, my name is Toby Jones and welcome to another drum lesson. Now today is actually the first video being recorded in the brand new TobyJonesDrums studio. I've spent the last 5 to 6 months kind of building this up and I spent a lot of money and I'm very proud to have this finally finished, and I'm definitely going to be using this for a very, very long time. Now today I thought, as this is the first video, I thought why not have this as like your final first drum lesson. We'll be playing the rock beat that I played at the beginning of the video. And we're going to break it down into 2 hands and then we're going to add the feet in very slowly. So we'll start off with the right hand. I'm going to add the music at the bottom, which it may seem a bit confusing, but I'm just going to put it there just so it's more of a visual representation if that's how you prefer to learn. So to start off with, we're going to have the right hand playing 8th notes on the hi-hat. If you don't know what 8th notes are, no worries. It's so if we nod our head to a song or to a metronome, the 8th notes, or the clicks I'm doing, or the nodding of your head, will be quarter notes. So for the hi-hat, we need to be doing 2 beats per click. Okay, so it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's all that is. And what we want to focus on is getting all those beats the same volume and the same distance apart. That way it sounds tight as possible. If you're struggling to reach, if you're a little bit shorter and you're struggling to reach both the pedals, I recommend tightening, closing the cymbals together and then tightening up that wing nut. In that case, you haven't got that issue with the loose cymbals. Okay, if you understood that, we're now going to play this together on the drum kit. Okay, I know that sounds a little bit empty and a little bit boring, but once we add both the hands in and the feet, you'll feel that will also tighten up as well and get a bit more clearer. So for the left hand, we're going to be playing the snare drum on necessarily literally the back beat. So that's what you'll be hearing in every single song. So if we look at the 8th notes, it's going to be placed on the 3rd one, and it's also going to be placed on the 7th one. Now, I know that sounds a bit complicated, but it's literally going to be the back beat of every single song. So we've got a click, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that makes it a little bit clearer. So it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it is. Doing the 2 hands together, we're going to try now at the same speeds. Okay, great. If you got that, now adding the foot is now 3 limbs playing different things at the same time. It's going to be a little bit confusing if this is the first one for you. So I recommend either learning the muscle memory of your hands, or if you prefer to listen to the groove as it is, then you've actually got your bass drum and your snare, which will be the gung, ga, gung, ga, gung, ga. If you lock those in, and then if you also lock the hands in, then blending the 2 together, making the 3 limbs at the same time, might make it a little bit easier. But I'm going to play it all the way through with the bass drum on the 1st 8th note and also on the 5th 8th note. Now we'll put it all together and we'll play it at also the same speeds. Okay, that's it. If that is the entire groove altogether, hopefully that wasn't too hard as well. What we can also now try and do is, rather than doing the same thing, you can really learn to experiment. I feel if drummers don't experiment and just learning a groove and just keeping that groove and not really developing into other things, it's like learning a word in like a specific sentence, but you only use that word in that one sentence, and it's kind of just, it's like limiting really. So I think moving over for like the right hand can move over to your right cymbal, which will be your biggest cymbal, or maybe to your floor tom, which will be the most likely to be the biggest drum on the right hand side of you. So I think just spending, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes at most, maybe just moving around the right hand a little bit onto different drums. Also, if you want to do to rise or to release tension, you can do your crash cymbals, which will be the ones above you on either side if you've got 2, you can have, for example, you can have just a crash cymbal on the first 8th note, or you can go to the left crash on the 8th quaver, and then you can also go to the right crash then on the first after that, so you've got a bit of a blend as well. Okay, so now the final bit now is playing to a click or the track. The track I've got you for today is completely free for you to download, and the link will be in the description. I feel playing to a track or a click is really, really important, and it's something that I did not do until about I was 8 years into drumming. And basically, if you're learning without a click in the beginning of your drumming, you haven't got that built-in metronome kind of put into your head, so you won't be able to keep strict time in your head. So when you're in bands, you will find yourself rushing, or you'll find yourself just dragging a lot. So I feel practicing to a click right at the beginning just locks in right from the start that kind of good time sense. Okay, so here's the track about to play. I hope you find it very useful. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. If you want more, this is actually only the first drum lesson I've actually ever posted, so I'm afraid that I've got no more, but there will be more coming. If you want more, please do contact me on my Facebook or my Instagram. That way you can tell me what you'd like to see from me. And if you want to find out more, I've also got my website which you can check out, which you'll find pretty much everything about me and everything I'm using in the new studio. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Toby Jones, and I'll see you in the next one.